Hello, family. Welcome to the Team Lighten Up Team Call. Tonight we are going to be sharing some of our takeaways from the retreat that we were just on, the Team Triceps Retreat, which happened here in San Antonio. And Diana, Lindsay, and I will be sharing some of our favorite takeaways. But first, I just want to talk to you guys just about the dynamic and the intensity and the fun and the joy and the experience of getting to a retreat or getting to a team event is super important for you, not only to build your business, but to see the bigger picture of what this business and this company has to offer. I've literally made some of the best friendships out of being at some of the team events. I rarely ever miss a team event because I know that I'm going to learn something great, but not only that, I'm going to create great memories and be able to reconnect with my friends who are all across the US and Canada. Our next event coming up is going to be Super Saturday. I believe it's happening April 2nd or April 4th. It's really sad that I don't have the date. I can look it up for you guys and tell you by the end of this call. But Lindsay's going to go ahead and start with her favorite takeaway from the retreat. So Lindsay, you can go ahead and start if you want to.
Okay, what if I don't want to?
Diana can go.
I'm just teasing you. It's just funny that you said if I want to. So one of my biggest takeaways was about the like page, because I really tried to build my like page up last year and I gave up like a bunch of times because I didn't see what I was hoping for results. And so I'm really trying to work on my like page again and build it up. And the main thing I did this past year to do that was run ads, and they weren't ads to sell anything. They were just ads like a picture of me and a quote, and those types of things did really good. So the one thing that Lauren Polisky shared, she's the one that did that session, was sharing things on your page that have already gone viral. And I never thought about doing this before. So I was just going to share my screen really quick so you could see kind of what I'm talking about. So this is my like page. And what she said was if you're on your regular page and you see something like people share stuff all the time, you've probably done it before where you hit share and you just share it to your own timeline. And people like love that stuff. They want to see already what's already exciting and what's already just like awesome out there. And so she said instead of sharing it to your own timeline, you should share it to your like page, and it'll get a lot more engagement on your page. So I've been doing that. I'm going to show you a few. This was one from last week on pink Himalayan salt. Somebody had shared it on their newsfeed, so I grabbed it and I shared it to mine, and it has 481 people reach. And then there's a few likes on here. Not a ton, but it still reached a lot more people than when I just post. I get like 24 people reach or something like that. So that was one. And this milk one got 934 people reach. People like these things that are educational, that teach them something. So it had 10 likes or something, but it had some comments, and I think that's what kind of boosted it. And then this one was just a video on how to make a meal, and so I just put my own little word up here. This looks yummy, pretty healthy. And so it's not like you're creating the content, you're giving the person credit for it, and you're just sharing something that's already awesome. This was one that I made as a video on the new Beachbody Challenge Group app. It didn't do as well, 400 reach, but it did okay. Here's another one, just making a meal. So I've just been kind of playing around with it. This is a household tip of like how to organize your laundry, which I really like. So I hopefully my niche people would also like it. And then this was one that you probably saw a whole bunch of times on the Shamrock Shake that's coming out and how many grams of sugar are in it. So I thought it was educational and fit kind of what I do. And then I put in the comment section the healthier version of that. Now this is one that I created on my own page, and then I shared it to my page to see how it would do. and it didn't do very well. So I'm just kind of testing things. So only 51 reach. Nobody liked it. But let's see what else. There's this guy was a weight loss journey. This was my meal prepping video that I actually have on YouTube, and it did really well. 806 people reach. So that actually wasn't a share. That was just something I posted. So people like that. This was a coaching opportunity ad that I ran. So it did okay. But basically how to do that, I think it's pretty easy, but I'll just show it to you so it makes sense. So like if you are in your regular feed and you see something cool, let me just kind of scroll through here. Let's see if I can find something. Like this person, she's a coach on my team. She shares a lot of these like funny things. So you just hit share on this, and you would go to this share ... And you can share it to your own timeline. You can share it in a group. So if like you're in a mom's group or a certain kind of group about dogs, you could share something in there, or you can share it on the page that you manage. So if you click that, it should populate your page. You can type something in here, and then you hit post, and it'll go to your page. So really, really simple thing you can do to boost engagement on your page. I think it's really, really helped, and I've done it just for, I don't know, the last week and a half. So I really like that. That was the big one for that. That's pretty much all I have for the like page. She gave lots of other things, and like Sarah will, she videotaped everything, so everybody will get a copy of that, but that was just the one big takeaway for me. And then the other one was with Josh Coates. He did a workshop on your mission statement, which I thought was really cool because I never really thought of it this way, just to have your mission statement and to be using it all the time as a tagline, on your cover photo, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really working on nailing down what my mission statement is and using it repeatedly. I think like with Sarah, we've always heard her do, we are what we repeatedly do, even though that's not her words. People know that she uses it all the time, and that's like her kind of like mission. So to go through this kind of workshop quickly, I'm just going to ask you a couple of statements, and you can even do it at your own leisure, maybe tomorrow, like during your quiet time. I just want to ask you the questions that he asked us. That way you can do your own mission statement. So question number one was, when you look at the world, what are the things that bring you the most pain? So he's having you write down things that make you sad or bring you a lot of pain. Number two is, what specific changes have you seen in your life that you would want to share with the world? What would you like to share with the world? Number three is, if you could sum up the difference you want to make in others in 3 words, what would they be? So like an example, I put down, like, I want women to be more confident. I want women to be more happier and enthusiastic, and just that feeling of fulfillment and community. So those were some words that I wrote down. Now, how do your answers from the previous questions line up? Similarities, same words, same picture being painted. So you're just kind of thinking of all that together. And then if you have a team name, where does your team name fit in? Does it fit into these things that you've just written down? And then just coming up with that team name and mission statement to go along with that. So those are just things to think about when you're thinking about like what's your purpose, and it kind of ties into your why and your mission. So I don't know if anybody has anything to add to those. I'm kind of looking through my notes too, but
I'd like to add something about the like page.
okay.
Lauren, if no one has watched, like, Lauren has grown her like page like crazy. I watched her go from like having this like page that had nobody on it to, God, I don't even know how many people she has on it, but it shows up in my newsfeed. And she has a great call on how to share your post and how to build your like page and how to actually properly run ads on your like page as well, because that's where you're going to get a lot of engagement. Like she said, if you're not ready to put in to really build it as a project. If you're not ready to really put money into building your like page or using ads, don't start it, and don't feel like you have to start a like page now. It is a great way to reach your cold network and reach people who you are, who you really want to attract. But she did say, but I will just encourage anybody who wants to start their like page to really go and watch that video, because it's amazing and it's helped me figure out like pages. It's always changing. It's always evolving. I always have questions for her about like page. I feel like you can talk about like pages forever. I know that she's also going to do another call on another part of like pages soon, but she's just done a really great job on building it. So I can always take the video and plug it into this video or link it to this video as well. So if you want to build your like page, to go ahead and build it, or go ahead and watch the video that Lauren had. But
yeah,
that's what I wanted to add about like pages.
I have an add to that, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I remember Lauren had mentioned clicking the people who like your stuff and inviting them to like your page. I don't know if either one of you said that. I was checked out, but if you didn't, that is a tip. I've been doing that, and I thought everyone who had liked my stuff was already people who had already liked my page. But when I clicked them, I noticed that like half of the people who liked them were not people who liked my page. So I was inviting so many people to like my page. And you can't do it from your phone, though. You have to do it from your laptop, just FYI.
Right. Yeah, I feel like that's the same thing. I feel like most of the people that are liking it haven't liked the page, so I invite them. The other thing with that is if you want to request their friendship, because a lot of times I ask them to be my friend so that I can contact them more easily on my regular page. Now you can only do that from your phone. You can't do that from your computer. So it's so weird.
It's so weird.
Yeah, like pages are tricky, and you have to have patience with them. That's for sure. So anyway, Diana, if you want to move on and do your takeaway. You're muted.
Okay, is that better?
Yes.
My takeaway is really short and sweet. It was one that really stuck out to me. And I don't want to use profanity, but it was basically just give 0 F's. So I always kind of felt like I was the kind of person who just didn't care about stuff and what people thought, and I was just going to do me, and if they didn't like it, they didn't have to look. But when I reflected on myself and the stuff that I was posting, I really wasn't being true to my authentic self. And I was being censored, and I was not posting things that could have been getting me, you know, more coaches and more customers and things like that. So that specific workshop or when Whitney was speaking just really stuck out to me, because I've been holding on to before and after photos that I was scared to share simply for being judged, or scared that people would call me fat, or, you know, just insecurities. And after she talked about that and just saying, who cares? Like, who cares? Just do it. You're going to attract the people who are like you. Just put it out there. Give 0 F's. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do that. That's going to be my biggest thing that I take away from this workshop. And so just recently, in February, I was sitting at Success Club 2 all month, and I could not budge from Success Club 2. And I was like, I need to hit Success Club 5 or higher. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to post this before and after picture. And it was of me in my sports bra and underwear, a picture I would have never shared prior to this conference that we went to. And I just put it out there, and I did it, and I didn't check my phone for the rest of the night. I posted it, and I put my phone away, and I didn't look at it till the next morning. And when I did, I had so much love, and thank you for posting this, and you're so inspirational, and just made me feel so good. And from that post, I got 1 new coach who signed up the next day, and 2 new customers to join me in my challenge group, putting me at Success Club 6, just from posting that like 3 days before the end of February. I was like, what? This is so cool. So for me, that was my biggest takeaway. And like from here on out, I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm just going to put it all out there.
I love that. I love that a lot because I remember when you first sent me that picture and you had your face blocked out.
Uh-huh. I did that a lot. I kept sending them to you, and I was like, can you tell it's me? I don't want people to know it's me. And you were like, I can tell by your hair. And I was like, okay, then I'm not posting these, you know?
I just post it. She's like, I can tell. I'm like, yeah, I can tell. I'm like, I can tell it's you, but maybe someone else can.
I was so scared to do it, so I did it. And I thank you. And it worked.
Yeah. Lindsay said people like people who are real. That's true.
Yeah.
I have to say that, like, I've been having a really hard time being vulnerable since being pregnant with everything that I'm going through. And I realized, like, my business had dropped since then. Like, I'm not recruiting as many coaches or whatever. And I just decided, okay, I have to get vulnerable. I have to get real about my journey. And so I think I posted, like, 2 vulnerable posts just in, like, yesterday and today, because I know that is what got me to where I am now, is by being real, open, and honest. But I figured because I'm pregnant, like, everybody wants you to be a certain way when you're pregnant, but hey, that's just not reality for everybody. And, like, just keep it real and people are going to come to you and talk to you. So
yeah,
my inbox is getting back up there now, and I feel good just in the last 2 days from just keeping it real about where I am on my journey. So I love the give no Fs myself. Personally, because it has gotten me to where I want to be. And I had to, like, reharness that, and just watching Diana not give it, I almost said it. And just watching, you're always inspired by the people you're around, whether they're your personally sponsored coach or somebody else, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I love about this business, is that there's always somebody there who, you can kind of relate to.
Yeah. It felt good.
Good. So
that was my big main one.
That's a good takeaway. I like that a lot, because I really feel like you just got to be you in this business. And that's what I love about this business, is that it allows you to be you. I always tell people that we are not Beachbody. Beachbody is the vehicle to get you to where you want to be, and you have to brand yourself. This is not, you are not Autumn, like, you're not Shanti, you are you. And you are not the company. The company is amazing, but you are you. So brand yourself. And sometimes it takes a little while to find your own voice. But anyway, my favorite takeaways were from Josh Coates, and it was think, be, do, have. And basically, your outward success is an expression of your inward growth. So the think part is every thought you think becomes a permanent part of your beliefs. That is so true. I don't know if you guys ever saw a call that Lauren did, and I think her name was, like, Drew Breezen or something like that, and she just talked about, like, your ceiling that you have. Like, people can get their business to a certain point, and then after that they either fall off or they think they can't go any further, and it's because of core beliefs that people have about themselves. And I wrote this quote down that Oprah does. Everybody knows I freaking love Oprah. If you don't, now you know. So create the grandest vision possible for your life, because you become what you believe. And that is so true. That's why I write I am statements all over my house, because we all, from time to time, no matter where you are in this business, and I learned from the Diamond Retreat, even from top 10 coaches, that you are going to have negative thoughts creep in from time to time. But you must realize that you are not your thoughts necessarily. But if you continue to think these thoughts over and over and over, you're going to start to believe them about yourself. So you might as well start thinking positively about yourself, about your business, and about where you want to go in life. And then B, I wrote down, believe you are a rock star, but be humble. I guess to me, what I took about it is just believe in yourself. Really believe in yourself, and when you're posting on Facebook, post like you're sure of yourself, even if you're not. Even if you are scared, like Diana posted the picture and she's like, I'm just going to post it. I'm just going to post it and I'm going to walk away from my computer. But she put it out there as if she was confident and that she didn't give a damn about what anybody else thought. And hey, it helped her business. Why? Because she believed that it would, even if it was scary. So just do it. Just be a rock star. Put it out there. But at the same time, be humble. Be humble as you grow. As you grow as a coach, as you grow as a person, remember to be humble, but also have the confidence that I can do it. You can do it. Do. Successful people do what everyone else are not willing to do. And that is really, really true. Like 60 Day to Diamond. How many people do you think actually really did their 30 minutes of liking or commenting on Instagram? You know, nobody wants to do that. Lindsay says Instagram's rock, so that helps with that. But I mean, nobody wants to do that all throughout the day, right? But somebody who really, really, really wants to make it happen, they're going to do it. Even if they have to split it up. Like today I did it 15 minutes and then I did 15 minutes before the call. And then I might even do like another 10 minutes before I go to bed because I know what I want out of life, because I'm going to do it, because I have to succeed. And if you aren't listening to the 10X rule and you haven't listened to the 10X rule, listen to the 10X rule, because if you listen to that, you're going to do. Yeah, and then think we do have, and then the have is that there is no fate, only cause and effect. For me, the way I take it is, you know, there is, in my opinion, a higher power. I do believe in God. I'm not religious or anything, but I do believe in God. But at the same time, you can't sit on the couch and pray to be skinny and expect to lose weight, right? You have to get up and you have to do. You have to get up and you have to make the choice to do so. But I also believe in the law of attraction. So when you're putting out something, you're going to get back whatever you put out. So that's how I take the have, is that if you want something, you have to put out the right energy in order to receive it. And you also have to do the work to do it. But you also have to be and believe it and think positive at the same time. So that's how I intertwine them all, and I hope that makes sense. Okay. And then my other takeaway is, which one do I want to do? Okay. Follow up, I think, is important. I was going to talk about staying in phase 1, but I think I might even cover that on another call. But I'm going to do follow up. So follow up is really simple. You got to have a follow up. I don't even know the word, you guys. Baby brain. System.
Process?
System. Yes, you have to have a follow-up system in order to build your business. And I heard this at the retreat the first year and this year, and I took it home with me. And I can't tell you how many times I have, since then, I've done a follow-up in Hit Success Club because I decided to do a follow-up from somebody who was like 6 months ago. So if you don't have a follow-up list, you don't have a business. And don't think that you're bugging people. This is huge, I think, especially for new coaches, is really just getting in the mindset of step away from the Success Club points, step away from, like, I guess, whatever you feel you have to prove. Just know that when you're talking to somebody, that you're genuinely there to help that person. And I talk about this in a Starting New Conversations video, but just remember what you're offering and think about how coaching has helped you. How has coaching helped you? How has coaching helped your coach? How has coaching helped somebody in your family? Or who can you help? Who can you help in the long run if you keep on your journey? Who can you help? So when you're having conversations with people and you're following up with them, be genuine about it and say, hey girl, I know you weren't ready for my last group, but I just wanted to catch up with you. How's losing that 15 pounds before your wedding going? Just wanted to check in on you. I have another group coming up and I have a slot available for you if you want it. You know, check in with people and be real. Talk to them about their goals. Ask them what they want. Don't think about the sell while you're doing it. think about them. Think about how you can truly help them and follow up. So that is the mindset of follow up, is don't think that you're bugging people, because you're not. I've had people say, thank you so much for remembering me. I'm not ready right now. Maybe I'll be ready next month. Or I've had people come back and say, thank you so much for thinking of me. Yes, I'm ready to sign up. I'm ready to go. And it's because you're showing that you care and because you're being a friend. If somebody says no, it doesn't mean no. It just means no, not right now. They're not ready either financially, or they're not ready mentally, or there's something going on in their life that you don't know about. It's nothing personal. Don't take it personal, but be genuine and care about them. And that was 2 of my takeaways that I wanted to share with you guys. So, any questions? No? We're all good? Okay. There was going to be a giveaway tonight, but Megan, you're on, so you get it. So I have a couple books around the house. Have you read Eat the Frog, or Eat That Frog, or whatever?
No, I've never heard of that one.
Okay. Well, I can send it to you. Just send me your inbox. In my inbox, just send me your address and I'll send it to you.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you all.
And thank you for being on. I really like seeing your dog and your face.